Good morning, all of the learners. I am Preetinder Singh. I have done my MSc from DAV College, Amritsar, and done my MTech from Lovely Professional University. Now I am working as an academic counselor in BUC College, Batala, and also working as an assistant professor in HEAD Government College, Tartan. Today we will discuss about the basics of computers or basics of network. In this we will cover the following: what is the computer network and types of computer networks and transmission media through which we can transmit data from one computer to another computer. What are the protocols, rules and regulations for the communications? Addressing of the computers, how the data can be sent from one address to the another address. What is bandwidth? First of all, what is computer network? Computer network connects two or more autonomous computers to communicate and share the resources. Here the word autonomous means no one is the server and no one is a client. No one is a server or no one is a client. That means all the computers are of same level. Computer networks connect two or more computers to communicate and share the resources. The computer can be geographically located anywhere. Like there are multiple computers. One computer may be in Amritsar, another is Ludhiana, and another is at Chandigarh. They can communicate with each other even they are geographically distant from one to another place. What are the terminologies we can use over the network? First, computers on network are called nodes. The computers which are on the networks are called nodes in a networking. Usually, the computer connection between computers in a network are using the physical wires or cables. We can transmit data from one computer to another by use of cables. However, some connections are wireless. Using radio waves or infrared signals. That means we can also send the data from one computer to another computer wirelessly by using the infrared or radio waves. Another is types of networks. We have different types of networks depending upon the geographical distance or scaling. First is LAN. LAN stands for local area network. In which only few number of computers are connected. Like in a building or like in a college. Example of LAN. What is WAN? Wide area network. If we can connect the entire country, that means wide area network. We can connect by using wirelessly or wired, or by using the another types of cabling or servers. wireless LAN, wireless local area network. Another is MAN, metropolitan area network, in which we can connect the entire city. Entire city, for example, like city cable, which will run over the city. That is the example of MAN. Another is PAN, personal area network. PAN, personal area network. We can like that. We like that. We have the one laptop, one mobile, one printer in a room or in a building. We can make the personal network or personal area network. That is the example of PAN. And there are some more type of networks: SAN, storage area networks; GAN, global area network; CAN, controller area network; DAN, desk area network; and VPN is virtual private network. These are some another types of networks. Another is transmission media. How the data can be transmitted by using wirelessly or wired. Computer devices exchange with each other using connection between nodes. I have already told you that the computers which are on networks are called nodes. Computer devices mainly exchange the data from one computer to another computer. The data links are established over cable media such as wires or optical cables. We can use wires or optical cables or wireless such as Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi means wireless fidelity. Wi-Fi means wireless fidelity. Two such devices are said to be networked together when one device is able to exchange the information with the another device whether or not they have a direct connection to each other. We can say that the computer is on network if they are exchanging the information with one another whether they have physical connection or not. For example, suppose we have two computers. They can be connected by using a cable. By using a cable. Or we can also connect two or more computers by using wirelessly antenna, by using the antenna as shown in figure. Now these two computers can also communicate with one another by using of these antenna that are wirelessly. Another is types: guided media or unguided media. Transmitted data travel through cabling system has a fixed path that is called guided media. That means transfer of data from one computer to another through the use of cabling. Like this is one computer and this is another computer. The data may be travel like this. This is a wave. From one computer to another. Guided means that from that path. Examples are copper wires, coaxial, twisted pair, and fiber optics. Another is coaxial cable. coaxial cable. Coaxial cable, there are two types of coaxial cable. One is thick net and another is thin net. And another is thin net. 10. 10 base 5 or 10 base 2. Here 10 means 10 Mbps per second. 10 data transfer rate can be 10 Mbps per second. Base means the signal have only one base. The signal that it travel have only one base. And another is thin net. As shown in the diagram, there are two cables. One is coaxial cable, that is thick net, and another is thin net cable. These are two connectors. One is for the thick net and another is for the thin net. One is for thick net and this is for thick net cable and this is for thin net cable. You can see in the TV connections as well. Another is twisted pair cable. Twisted pair cable is of two types. One is unshielded twisted pair and another is shielded twisted pair. One is unshielded twisted pair and another is shielded twisted pair. Unshielded twisted pair also called UTP. You can see in this diagram that there is a interference. Wires are rotated so that there is no interference. Another is shielded twisted pair. These cables are shown in the diagram. These cables are shielded by using some shielded material. Another type of media is unguided media. Transmitted data travels through free space in the form of electromagnetic signals. Transmitted data travel through free space in the form of electromagnetic signal. Electromagnetic signal are also known as EM signal. That is free from space. Data can be sent from one place to another space through any space. Examples are radio waves, satellites and microwaves. Microwaves, we can use these signals in our mobile networks. Another type of media is fiber optics cable. There are two types. One is single mode fiber optics, another is multi-mode fiber optics. One is single mode fiber optics and another is multi-mode fiber optics. This is single mode fiber optics. There is only one wire. And in multi-mode there are multiple wires. As shown in diagram. In single mode fiber optics, we have two nodes only. The data travel through single, only single path. But in multi-mode fiber optics, there are two networks. The data can be traveled, multiple data can be traveled. Data can be traveled through this path, or the data can be traveled like that, or data can be traveled like that. That means multiple types of data can be sent from one node to another node through any path. Another is media differs in terms of the guided media or unguided media can be differ in terms of bandwidth, speed, delay, cost per bit, ease of installation, ease of maintenance. Protocols. What is protocol? A well-known set of rules and standards used to communicate between machines. When we have to communicate among different machines, then there are some standards or rules to communicate. These standards or rules are called the protocols. These standards or rules are called the protocols. One of the most important protocols used in internet communication is Internet Protocol, also known as IP. Internet Protocol, also known as IP. Addressing. Every home has a different address. Like in computers or nodes, the computer have different types of addresses, and each computer have a unique address, unique series of numbers which identifies computers on internet. Unique series of numbers which identify computer on internet. That is, every node in the computer is identified with the help of IP address. That means every computer or node have a single unique IP address which is not duplicated or which is unique for all different devices on the network. That means every computer has unique IP address on the internet. Like want to watch YouTube, need an IP address. Want to send an email, you need an IP address. That means the address where you want to send the email. You can't see two computers on the network having the same IP address. Like that, our home have a unique number. Like in the internet, our computers on the network have the unique IP address, also known as logical address. One is logical address and one is physical address. One is logical address and another is physical address. Logical address and physical address. Physical address is assigned by the manufacturer. Like our motherboard have some physical address or MAC address. Now there are multiple versions of IP. Internet Protocol version 4. This is designed in 1973 and adopted in 1980. 4 octets. 4 octets means 4 number in decimal and separated by dot signal. These are the 4 octets, like 192.168.10.3 or 210.15.88.101. 2 the power 32 number of IP addresses are there. 2 the power 32 number of IP. IP means internet protocol addresses are there. That means 4 billion number of IP addresses are available on internet. 4 billion number of IP addresses are available on internet. There are 3 billion of people using internet. 3 billion people using internet, and 4 billion number of IP addresses are available by using the IP version 4. But if the value exceed, what will we do? What will we do? Then we can do the network address translator. Then we can, to overcome this problem, we can use the network address translation, in which there is one IP address is assigned to our computer or college. One IP address is like 63.102.254.33. This is outside, and inside we can do the networking. This have five number of IP address. When we can send the email, first of all this will send this, and this will communicate by this, and this will respond back to this, and this again respond back to this. By using the network address translator, we can save the IP addresses from multiple to one. That means we can use one IP address in our campus while using the number of IP addresses. Take multiple addresses and present a single IP address pointing outward to the internet and reduces IP address used. So we can reduce the IP address that are used over the internet. See IP address in real world devices or real devices. How we can see what is the IP address? We are using, go to command prompt and write here IP config, and write here IP config, and this is IP version 4, and you can see that our IP address is 192.168.1.102. This is the procedure to see the IP address of our computer. Now what is bandwidth? Refers to maximum amount of data transfer per second. What is bandwidth? Maximum amount of data transfer per second. ISP means internet service provider. Like in our broadband, the internet service provider gives the speed 5 Mbps to 100 Mbps, 5 Mbps to 100 Mbps. But this is not the actual speed. Also means in physics, this is in computer networks. We can also use bandwidth in physics. The definition is range of frequencies used to transmit signal and is measured in hertz. How we can use the frequency or measure the frequency? The unit is hertz. The bandwidth for single mode fiber can carry 10 Gbps, gigabits per second, with the bandwidth range 20 gigahertz, with the bandwidth range 20 gigahertz. That is the maximum capacity it can travel or transfer the data per second. and another is throughput, throughput is the actual amount of data passing through media or connection after interference is taken into account. How actually the data is transmitted, that is called throughput. But in the bandwidth is the maximum speed. Suppose we have toll plaza and highway. Suppose this is a highway and 1000 cars or buses can be passed through that highway, but that is the theoretical, but in actual practice there is a toll plaza there. So we have to wait some time. That means actually suppose that there are only 100 buses or cars can be traveled through these toll plaza. That means 100 is its 1000 is its bandwidth and 100 is its throughput. That is actual number of data can be or buses can be passed through that toll plaza after interference. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.